We're on our way to the #1 song in the USA.
We're up to a song co-written and sung by two former school teachers. Today, they lead two of the biggest bands in the world. These teachers turned rockers are both English. Mark Knopfler and Gordon Matthew Sumner, better known as Sting. In the late 1970s, both men taught high school English and literature. And today, Sting is the lead singer and main songwriter of one of the first supergroups of the 1980s, the English band The Police. He's also currently in the countdown with a big solo hit. Now, former teacher Mark Knopfler is the lead singer, guitarist, and songwriter of another popular British band, a group whose albums have sold millions of copies around the world and are huge in Europe, the band Dire Straits. The song takes the viewpoint of a regular working man who delivers and installs household appliances like microwave ovens, refrigerators, and television. Well, he's not too impressed with some of the bands he sees playing on television.
I'm Mark Elliott, in this week for Casey Kasem. Now we're up to a Casey's Top 40 Extra, a #1 smash that was written in an appliance store. Here's the story. Back in 1984, Mark Knopfler, leader of the English band called Dire Straits, was busy shopping for some household items with his wife on New York's Upper East Side. He told us, quote, they had all this kitchen stuff in the front and a wall of TV sets in the back. Well, while his wife studied the washer-dryers and the frost-free refrigerators, Mark wandered back to the TVs. He says they were all tuned to MTV, and watching the wall of TVs was a pair of guys who didn't have a very high opinion of the acts they were seeing.
And Mark found their comments on the music videos so good, he hid behind some boxes to listen in.
Mark says, quote, they didn't seem to think musicians do very much for their money. They were coming out with lines like, maybe they get a blister on their little fingers. Well, Mark was intrigued by their attitude, and so he says, quote, I went to the front of the store and asked for a piece of paper so I could write down what they were saying.
Quote, I was behind a pile of microwaves, frantically jotting down the lines they were saying. They were coming so fast I couldn't get them all in.
Then I sat down in one of those model kitchenettes, and what I came up with was a song.
The song takes the viewpoint of a regular working man who delivers and installs household appliances like microwave ovens, refrigerators, and television. Well, he's not too impressed with some of the bands he sees playing on television.
Mark says all the key lines in his song, Money for Nothing, came from the warehouse workers. Lines like, what's that? Hawaiian noises?
That ain't working.
Maybe get a blister on your little finger. And the title line, get your money for nothing.
And your chicks for free.
It was an angry song about prejudice and ignorance, and it went to #1 in 1985 and stayed there for 3 weeks.
Well, Sting sings at the beginning of the record and also sings backup. The lead vocal is by his fellow former school teacher, Mark Knopfler.
Now, with an extra, here's Dire Straits with that smash from 1985, Money for Nothing.
No, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Let me tell you, them guys ain't dumb. You maybe get a blister on your little finger. Maybe get a blister on your thumb.
Casey's Coast to Coast.